everybody, my name is Kwane and I film about marriage, spirituality and my journey in writing my first book. If you are new here, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and I believe you're gonna have a great time. Let's jump right into it. So I wrote a book called The Art of Holding On, a remedy for a broken heart, and some of the chapters include my poor little feet, paying the price, being deliberate with God, the why in the midst of it all, the torture of waiting, just to mention a few. It is a book dedicated mainly to people who are going through a lot, breakups, not knowing how to forgive, not knowing how to continue holding on to God in the midst of the storm. Okay? So, but in today's video, I just want to talk about my experiences with writing this book. So the first experience that I want to share with you guys is that I did it afraid. Okay? From the moment that I realized that I want to write this book, I was scared. Wondering, OD, what are we writing? Girl, what are you trying to do? You want to write a book? Like really, a book? So I thought to myself, what am I doing? You know, because then I felt like maybe it was implying that I am knowledgeable, implying that I'm someone, I have some level of expertise. You see, all of these things were flashing into my mind and I was scared by the minute. Right from writing the book to when it was edited, to when it was printed, to when it was distributed, it was like with every category, fear was growing with it. This is to say that though I had fear, I did not allow it to stop me. I didn't allow fear to cage me and dictate to me what I can and cannot do. I made a decision that I'm going to write this book, and I soldiered on, you know, through the fear and through being afraid. So whatever that you want to achieve, whatever idea that you have, whatever dream that you have, okay, you have to learn to do it afraid. Whatever thing that you really feel that I want to do, you are never going to come to a place in your life when you don't feel any level of fear. So you have to learn to do things in the process of you feeling afraid. You have to learn to do things when you are not really comfortable, but you just have to just do it without nothing. Point number 2. I wanted to cultivate a culture of doing things that I feel or think. I always entertain this thought that what if what I feel or think is connected to my second level or is connected to my next level in life? Do you know what that means? That means that if I sit on an idea or if I sit on something that I feel or think, that means if nothing happens in my life or I'm not successful or I don't have any open door to talk about, I have no one else to blame but myself. Because God communicates with us through ideas, through feelings, wanting to do something. But if I sit on that, I always told myself that, Odi, if you sit on that kind of feeling, it means that you have no one to blame but yourself if your things are not working. Because if God tells you to do something and you don't do it, how else will you see growth? Because I thought, okay, if I don't write my book, what happens if this writing, maybe writing this book, what happens if it's connected to my next level? So I couldn't risk, okay? So I just said, you know what, it's uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it. Point number 3. I wanted to share my experiences with people who could be going through similar situations. Sharing how I held on in my seasons of pain, my seasons of confusion, seasons where things were not working out, and how I learned to continue holding on to God in those difficult seasons. Okay, so I was sharing that part of me so that people who read the book and probably are going through so many things which are so painful and they don't know how on earth am I going to hold on to God, you know, and be tempted to throw in the towel and be tempted to curse God and die. You know, I wanted to write to share that experience with you guys. So over and above what I shared with you guys about my experiences with writing my first book, I think it's important to have like a why, you know, because when you have a why, you channel your energy towards that why, and your why most of the time will determine your fulfillment. I wanted to share my experiences and help people who are going through tough times see the light, because when you're going through a difficult situation, all you see is darkness, you know. So I wanted my book to come in as a hand, you know, to say, hold my hand, I'll show you where you can find light. You understand? So because that was my why, it helped me to narrow my focus. Okay? And to a point where After somebody reads my book and they call me crying over the phone, OD, your book is really helping me, I was fulfilled. I wasn't thinking, hey, Bila, I want my book, 50,000 copies. Hey, Bila, I want my book, the best book, of the month. My why was that I wanted to touch a life. And because there were a few lives I touched in that small season, when my book started being distributed, I was fulfilled. So you need to understand your why, because your why will help you to avoid a lot of stress. Why are you starting, to write? Mine was I wanted to touch lives because I know how painful it is to go through a rough patch and you are a believer. I know how painful it is to be in that dark place and you're thinking there is no way out. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I am so grateful. So I guess I'll be seeing you next time. Everything about the art of holding on is down below. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Any questions that you have, anything literally, really, you are free to comment and say something.
You know what kills me? Is the
I'm sorry. It made me... I don't know how to drive this point, but it's just he. Hello everybody, my name... No. Space, I'm so sorry. Space is very important. I'm sorry. It was, I get...